Hey guys, welcome back to the Snap Ring Chronicles. Today we're coming back at you with another tool haul. This was a tool haul. A lot of different stops as usual. Some retail, but mostly like garage sales and stuff like that. Let's jump right into it because I don't want to make this into a 40-minute video. Let me just clear some room here in the front. And let's jump into it. Okay, I went to one place and I picked up these 4 items. And this one, I don't usually pick up these wrenches, but I kind of picked this one up because it said, whoa, where am I? Okay, there we go. I picked this one up because it said Ford on it, and of course USA. I paid like $1 for it. As you can see, it's broken, but for $1, not too bad. And this wrench, this is a made in USA, a small box, her brand. Don't see many her brands around, so kind of an interesting little piece. Van Chrome multi-hex. I guess they tried to get fancy on us. And this Craftsman screw extractor looks pretty brand new. This is 52154. And you know me, I like my adjustable wrenches, and here's a small 4-inch. It says Red Devil. And Red Devil is an interesting brand. They were from the turn of the 20th century, and they have an interesting history. I'll probably get into this. I'll probably do just a video on this and Red Devil, because I did pick up something else from Red Devil, and they were one of those companies that made their own tools, but also got tools from other suppliers and rebranded them. I think this is a rebrand of another company, because it has like just this little plate here and kind of very light engraving. So I'm thinking that this was a rebadge of a different company. And I stopped at another place and I picked up these. Here's a Craftsman combo wrench, 3/4 V. And I picked up a couple of these like socket end wrenches. One's an open end, and this one's like a socket. This one's 3/4, and these are not that great. They're made in Taiwan. They seem okay, but I kind of like them because they were just they had like the socket ends on them. And here's, I think this is a 3/8 model of that. Same thing, made in Taiwan. And I picked up this pair of dikes, channel locks, 337s. Didn't see it when I first got it, but the cutter is chipped in a couple of spots. You can see there. And word to the wise, if you're out buying tools, spend at least 2 seconds and check out if they're damaged or not. And then you can decide if you want them or not. I probably would have picked them up. Maybe not at the price I paid for them, but maybe I picked up those 4 tools. I paid $7 for them. I think the thing I wanted most was the cutter. And like I said, I didn't notice it was partially damaged. The rest of it works good. The rest of the cutter is okay, but just in 2 spots, it's not so great. And I stopped in one place, and this one was a pretty good score. Got these tools. Fish some of these out. And here's an adjustable wrench by, you can't really make it out there, but it says Crowder USA 28010, maybe? Not sure, it's very faint. Crowder, probably not the original Crowder. You know, Crowder was sold and bought by a company that wound up with SK, so kind of. And even Crowder had a ratchet that I think was made by SK and branded as Crowder. So not sure who made these. These are USA made, but I doubt the original Crowder company made these. These were probably made by somebody else. Not sure. If you guys know, let me know. And in that group was this kind of long needle nose, and I thought it was pretty cool because it's made in Spain, and you don't see that many tools made in Spain, so I picked it up. There's the handle etching, and they had a couple of ratchets. Here's a Thorson USA J77JC 3/8. Seems pretty good, but I'm kind of supposing that this was kind of towards the end of Thorson USA. It's, you can see they're kind of slipping in a couple of spots here. The knurling is not the greatest, but that one's pretty brand new. Don't see much use on that. And here's an Oxwall made in Japan. Originally, when I first picked this one up, I thought it was a 1/2-inch drive. It's actually 3/8, and it looks like the Kmart style ratchets that were made. The handle, this, I gotta say one thing. This is the most aggressive knurling on a ratchet that I've ever seen. This is almost like a rasp. The knurling on this is outrageous for this tool, and it's kind of a shame because, as we know, this mechanism isn't the greatest, and maybe I'll do a video on this and you see what I'm talking about. And what else? And some slip joints. Here's a Electrolyte 210. It's like a 10-inch slip joint. Electrolyte, as we know, was kind of got together with SK, and then they were bought by somebody else, and I guess they got bought up. Electrolyte, from the looks of this is probably USA from the 60s or something. And here's a Thorson. When Thorson got sent overseas, Thorson Allied. This is SJ6AL, Japan. It says Japan. And let me move this light so it won't be so much glare. So just a regular pair of, this is transitional Thorson. And here's a box wrench. This is Craftsman, 9/16 and 5/8. Old Craftsman V. And here is a set of Dymalloy combo pliers. This is the P, I want to say PH18 or P, is that PH? It looks like PH. And these are pretty cool, forged in USA. Didn't realize that they were also cutters when I first got them, which is kind of cool. I don't have a set of slip joints that are that style of cutter like that. So got that. And two Armalloy by Armstrong. What do they call these? Tappet wrenches? Or something like that? Tappet wrenches. They're real thin and they're kind of long. And I bought these two thinking they were different sizes, but they're actually the same model. 1090A. And they're 7/16 and 3/8 on the other side. And I'm thinking, why did they have two of the same ones? And then I kind of found out that these were usually used for adjusting valves on old engines. So you would probably grab one. You would need the same size, and you would grab it and hold it and then do the adjustment. And it would work something like that. So it made sense that I found two of the same size. And those tools there I just showed you, they were $1 each. So I think I spent $10 on all of those tools. That was a pretty good score. And what else? On retail, I got nothing too great. This clamp, made in China, and a couple of screwdrivers. Here's a Craftsman, small flat edge, and here's a Stanley Victor USA, pretty good shape. Another flat edge, and here a wooden handle screwdriver, doesn't have a name on it, looks to be pretty good shape. Has a little paint on it. And this pair of pliers, like small lineman pliers. Don't see a country of origin on this. No, I'm lying. It does say Germany. It does say Germany, and it says, let's see if I can make that out. Just letters, doesn't really have a name. This side says cast steel. And over here says like JFMC. Not sure if that's a company or what the deal is, but I don't know, kind of an interesting little pair of lineman style pliers. And for that I'll probably pay like $2 for those screwdrivers and that plier. Okay. Here's another stop, and found some interesting stuff. I got this pair of Jensen cutters, Jensen USA, and also a Jensen snap ring pliers, Jensen 71-012 USA. And a pair of Proto 243, manufactured in USA. These are tongue and grooves, Proto. And here's some wire strippers. And this is a pair of Klein wire strippers. 1011. Pretty good shape. And they had this set of Weha precision ball hex drivers. These are small ball hex drivers for kind of precision stuff. And here are the sizes. So these are 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 in the set. Pick that up. And you know me, I always like stuff in the original package, especially if it's Craftsman or Sears. And I found this block plane in the original box. This is the 37051 block plane, and here's what the box looked like when you first went to the store. Apparently at one time in Sears, this was $21.89. So I'm gonna say this is from like the 80s, from the look of it. And here's the plane. It looks like it was probably used once or twice. Doesn't look like it's had much use. A little bit of pitting underneath and on the sides, but the paint and everything is pretty good. That's just some of the residue there of when they used it last. This is made in USA. Not sure who made this. Doesn't say. I think on the blade there's more info. Blade says Craftsman USA. There's some numbers. DD. Blade's in good shape. A little bit of pitting. Nothing major. So I got all that. The pliers, the Weha, the plane, and the Kleins and the Jensens. I think it was $15 for all that stuff. Let me put these aside. And I think I went to one place. They didn't have much. They just had a couple of screwdrivers. A Craftsman Phillips a small flat edge screwdriver, and a Ender's tool made in USA. This is one of those screwdrivers that kind of has the bits. I kind of like these. I've had one that's like for 25 years. And here's just a wood handle screwdriver. I think all that, for those 4 screwdrivers, I think I paid like $1. And what else? Okay. Stocked in one place. And just picked up a couple of wrenches. Here's a Thorson, which I thought was interesting because I don't see a lot of Thorson wrenches. Is combo wrench, 1" and 5/16. Looks kind of rough. I don't know, kind of the lettering looks rough. And stuff. Doesn't have much style to it, just like regular block letters. Manufactured USA, but not much panache to it. And just here's a combo Craftsman 3/8 7/16. Pretty new condition. And an old Ford USA. If I see Ford, I'll pick it up. And it's usually cheap. People, these probably like $1. So the M, was it Mossberg who made these? I think it was Mossberg. Old Mossberg, the tool company, not the shotgun company. I went to another place. They didn't have much, but they had these two pliers. Here's kind of a, I forgot what they call these, this style of plier. It's not tongue and groove. It's kind of a slip joint, but more than two positions. It's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions. Here's a Sears 3072. Not USA. Here it says Japan. Japan, and then it has like maybe a Japanese character at the end. I'm thinking, I can't really make it out too good. And another Craftsman. This one is a Craftsman USA. It's, let's see the numbers on here. 45378 pliers. Has W, F, and K. If you can make that out. So, not sure who made these. Western Forge, it's WF. I think somebody said that these were probably made by somebody else, but I'm not sure. Okay, and here, just old wrenches. Not sure if I picked this up retail or not. There's a super wrench, the angled. This is chrome molybdenum, and this is Williams. It's old Williams. I always try to pick up Williams. Williams is like probably my favorite, if not one of my favorite old tool companies. It's the super wrench. It's the 2731A. Probably from the 30s, 7/8 and 3/4 here. There's a 7/8. Kind of angled, the old angled wrenches. And I picked up this, remember I had the adjustable small Red Devil. Here's a Red Devil slip joint pliers from like maybe like the 20s, maybe a little bit before. Like I said, Red Devil, interesting company. I think they got bought up by somebody else, and I think one of the majors bought them up, and they stopped making Red Devil. I think Red Devil, the name lasted up until the 30s, and then they stopped using the name. It was, Red Devil was the kind of, what do you call it, the tag or the brand name, but the company was something else. It had 2 letters, like AW or something like that, or SW. I forgot who it was. It was the name of 2 people who originated the company, and Red Devil was their brand. Okay, last but not least, if I can make some room here. Is there anything else in here? Oh, there is something else. I did go and buy retail when they had the 30% off coupon at Harbor Freight. I got a dog bone. I know, you guys are probably laughing. It's like, oh yeah, really? Yeah, that's really neat. Yeah, because it was 30%. And usually I can't buy this for 30% because usually the 30% coupons are $10 and below, and this coupon was $20 and below. And kind of off the cuff, you walk in there and it's kind of hard to think of things that you really want. It's like when you don't have the coupon, you go through the aisle and there's like, oh yeah, this is something I can get with the coupon. But when you're there, it's like, oh, what am I gonna get? And you can't find anything. So this is kind of something I kind of wanted for a while, just to keep in the car, just in case. I kind of like that it has, you can get into smaller spaces here than you would with a ratchet, kind of, or with certain ratchets. There's less clearance here, so that's kind of cool. And you know, in my car, it's a Honda, and Honda, everything is, well, I have a small Honda, and Honda's all the bolts are hard to get to. Okay, that's, oh, and the last thing was this ratchet set. So I went to this one sale, and it was like a neighborhood sale, and it was kind of one of those communities, kind of a gated community, where everybody had the garage sale the same day. I guess they had one day for garage sales. And I went to a few, didn't see much. I went to one, and there was a lady there. She must have been like in her late 70s or 80s. And I said, you have any tools? And she showed me a couple of these wrenches. This one has no name on it. It's pretty old. It's really chunky. Doesn't have any name, letters, or size. I thought that was weird. And then she brought out these two SKs. SK 5/16 combo and 1-inch. SK tools. Forged alloy 030-3032. She had that. And this SK 3/16 7/8 0-2628. So she had those three, and then I said, do you have any ratchets or anything like that? And then she was like looking around, and she found this set, and she said, oh, this belonged to my father. And she's in her 80s, so I'm thinking, is that right? And then I opened it up, and I'm like, yep, it makes sense. Yeah, this definitely was from somebody from that era. This is a Bonney, an old Bonney. You can see, the sign here is kind of messed up, but I can see Bonney forged down here. And the set, I think, is number A2. But I looked in an old catalog from the late 40s, and I did see this or something very similar. It had the breaker bar. This is like, I think, a 15-inch breaker bar. And this is the 4096 Bonney. And it has the CV and made in USA. Chrome vanadium. This is the 1/2-inch drive. Really nice handle. Nice knurling on this handle. Really nice knurling. And yeah, when I looked online for the catalog, I saw one in the late 40s. It was like the same thing. It was a breaker bar with sockets. But included in this, I think her father probably kept this ratchet in here, which doesn't belong in this set. And this is an old, let's see here. This is an old Plum 5451 Plum Los Angeles. So Plum Los Angeles was old Plum, like from early 30s and early to mid 30s. And this is that ratchet, and this is kind of rare. You don't see these that often. It's a 1/2-inch ratchet. It only goes one way, and it has a push through anvil. This side says off, this side says on. And you can't take this anvil off. It's got a pin in there, so you can push it through. It's kind of hard because the ball detents are pretty heavy, but I thought that's really cool. So not only did I get a Bonney set, but I got kind of a rare Plum ratchet from the mid-30s. And some of these are mixed. Most of them are Bonney. Here's Bonney. 30 seconds, made in USA. And it has these nice kind of, but these little stickers on them, but or decals or transfers, whatever. And a lot of them are kind of like coming off. You can see they're kind of, with age, they're kind of like the top transfer. They're kind of coming off, but that's kind of a nice touch. And some of these are different. This is a Walden. These are all Walden. And I think I did see some Plum in here. Here's an old Plum. And this is Plum with PLO, not the kind of the stylized leather like you see here. See, it has the Plum with kind of the pyramid or triangle O. The old Plum, the older Plum, just had a regular O, not that triangle O. And Los Angeles, which Plum Los Angeles, it's early Plum. Okay, so this set with these wrenches, she wanted $10 for it, so I gave her $10. So pretty good find. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this haul. A lot of interesting stuff, a lot of good finds, some not so good finds, but yeah, pretty good. All right, guys, until next time.